even that is not a guarantee by any means.
And it looked like the smoke broke on him, but I don't think Zeus actually caught a glimpse of him as the fight breaks out down bottom. They do get that concoction onto Gardic, and with OG having 3 heroes down here, chasing the Undying back for Misha's first blood.
Not the ideal hero to get it, but he had to take it because Undying's Decay, Razors and stuff that want to kind of play more the farm game. And I mean, looking at the CSs, it's a little bit behind some of the others, but you know, Alchemist often has that kind of slow struggle in the early game, and then he'll easily catch up later on with the greed and jungle stacks. Misha,
he needs
maybe
to help out Misha. It looks like Snap's okay. Even going to turn and try and fight Vitaly there as Lumière dies to the Razor Earth Spirit. Able to close the gap up against this level 1 Time Walk, which has such a long cooldown for the Alchemist.
Yeah, I was looking around and there wasn't much. They're going to TP bottom with the Void Spirit. They want to fight this.
Yeah, Tombstone's dropped, but Lil Shredder makes short work of it. Concoction back on the Brood and Vitaly. Oh, that big Thunder God's Wrath and Yuragi. He's dead. Vitaly is able to turn with his level 2 Insatiable Hunger, sustaining up and going maybe for a third. That Spirit backs away. And a TP in from BZM with his Haste Rune looking to roll in with Tiger. Doesn't connect on Gardic, but the double Astral Step onto Vitaly should find this one. Oh, nearly got away with a mischance, but BZM secures it. Speedy enough.
Yeah, that's why these power runes are so important. He's able...
Hokori pressuring Tiger back. Aiming for a bit of damage on that tier 1, but the wave has been dragged across.
Yeah, just making it harder for the Brood to actually go for the tower with another rotation from BZM. Vitaly,
out.
Yeah, no Insatiable Hunger this time.
Popped out by the Astral Steps. And Gardic, he's not got mana left here. Another decay in, 10 seconds? As Yuragi does die to Theo in the mid lane. But Gardic drops bottom to OG's rotations.
Both teams, as Lumière's Void makes a good rotation just to find... I mean, he can't really stay top and farm, so he's going to make a new home down bottom lane and force this Brood more into the jungle.
Well, Rune spawns top, and Theo's going for it. Cookie in from Misha, though, and 4 members of OG there. A deny on the Invis Rune is what Theo gets out of it, but BZM grabs a killing spree.
We'll call that a win for Hokori. You got the Rune deny. You know, we saw what Void Spirit did with the last rune, so this one was just an Invis.
Small W. It looks like Yuragi stealing that stack that they scouted earlier on. Hokori starting the TP here to fight around their own jungle, but Yuragi and Misha looks like they've got the damage to bring down Gardic. Oh, that bushwhack, beautifully placed, but BZM, he's able to gap close in. Zeus has to heavily jump down to low ground to escape. There's a lot of space for the rest of Hokori, though, like Lumière after push.
Waiting for him either, so the fact he was involved, like that outpost fight up top, he was the one stunning the Undying to help kill him, is not usually what you want to see from your Undying.
There's a huge pick off on the Zeus, though, if they can get him. Analog did break up to the high ground and gets the Thunder God's Wrath out, but OG, yet again, it's 4 heroes quickly on the tail of Gardic now. Undying magnetized down, and Vitaly trying to hold a bit of a high ground here. Get away from the initiation of Tiger and Yuragi, slowing him down with a kick. The kiss is coming, but the concoction is a self-stun on the Alchemist, which might allow Lumière here with a time dilation and maybe a chrono. The missed sharpshooter not going to clip onto the Alch, and it looks like Lumière opting not to chrono him there. Going for Misha instead, the safer and simpler kill. Grabs the bounty rune on his way out. And Hokori, they had a massive amount of nuke damage. If they get on top of someone, oh, Tiger nearly had the Faceless Void there. Centimeters away from catching with that rolling boulder into the silence, but they'll turn on Gardic and keep the streak going for BZM. And Lumière here with no chrono. I'm just going to try and chase them back. Maybe pick off the Misha Snapfire. And pops his stick, but with that sharpshooter and the damage, he does drop. Tiger still trying to get on this Faceless Void, magnetizing him up for the meantime, and Amara arriving to deal with Vitaly. BZM angling for the back lines, but it's just the E-Blade Astral Step to clear up the Broodmother as Tiger stuck on the high ground now. Kicks Lumière low ground, but Time Walk gets him over the cliff. They're all back towards their Ancients. Let's see if Garda can get a good high ground ward down.
Just seems a little bit too telegraphed, the full 5-man smoke.
Lumière, he chronos the Snapfire only, and Razor with his BKB up, and Alchemist getting blown up. Down goes Yuragi quickly. Misha dead to the Spiderlings now as Tiger's rolled in to his own demise. Magnetized onto 5, but it doesn't matter.
fighting the outcome. The perk was just coming out in the courier, so he was like half health, gets stunned up, his BKB arrives, but he's stunned up and he gets deleted, so Yuragi just not having his BKB in time. And fortunately for OG, that's not the outcome they want. They'll find some more kills here in the mid lane. This Zeus would be a huge one if they can get it, but this Zeus is damn tanky.
And Tiger doesn't get the follow-up roll. Can't keep going on to Analog, and rolls away from a bushwhack there as well, while Lumière jump forward with a time dilation, kicked back away by Tiger. Still going aggressively, though, and finishing off the Earth Spirit. Pretty low, though, this Lumière Void, and loses the Aegis. Yuragi's into the back, aiming for Analog. Didn't get off his BKB, though, and Amar charging towards Theo Licor, but I think this Hoodwink going to be pretty happy just dying here to allow the rest of the team to escape. As long as they can disengage with the Faceless Void being caught by Tiger, though. Dragged into the Ether Remnant, chain stuns for days. And OG, they outplay Hokori.
Yeah, just charging forward, understanding like this time we're going to make sure we have these BKBs. Alk doesn't even need his because they're the ones getting the jump. Looks like they'll get an extra kill in Gardic as well.
Nice little bonus there for them as BZM grabs himself a double kill.
Yep. Just running at them. Chronosphere's down. They've got an Aegis, which is perhaps why Hokori thought they could chase and force this fight, but it's almost too easy to kill. And maybe thinking this Aghanim Shard on the Faceless Void is also going to be a team fight deciding item.
Lumière.
Go for the Chrono.
Yeah, he goes for it. Thunder God's Wrath there and a sharpshooter to follow. Blows up BZM. What can they do off the back of this now? Because they're aiming in towards mid lane. A self-stun on the Alchemist. Tiger rolls across the Spiderlings. Straight into the army of Vitali. Hokori trying to regroup with the rest of their squad in that mid lane as guarding. He just plays forward onto the Razor and a damage onto Amar. It's substantial, but not quite enough. His BKB allows a bit of a gap to be made. Tiger needs to save him, and Yuragi disappears. The damage out of this Lumière Void clears through the Alchemist, and he's straight back onto the Razor again. BKB's up, whacks him down, and Hokori with a big team fight victory for themselves. I've done a stupid here. That's for damn sure. Tiger, wow! Look at the roll. Somehow connects onto Theo the first time, and the Chrono whiffs completely. Oh dear, Hokori. Time to bail and run away. Tombstone's down from Gardic. Vitali's on the high ground, but Yuragi pummels the Tombstone down. Misha being focused by Lumière as Hokori trying to fight around this high ground spot. The Brood and the Faceless Void. Yeah, they're moving around very freely. A 2 for 2 so far, and even looking to chase him for more. Al getting caught out by his own stun, and the Thunder God's Wrath, the save from the E-Blade, not going to be enough.
Once more, once BZM, and he's out of Astral Steps. This is problematic for BZM. He's got a TP out, but he needs to find someone to use it.
Bash.
And he's being found.
He's got the bash. Dissimulate.
Go.
Bit of distance with a shot in terms of team fight contribution and damage.
Did all of that without a Chronosphere. The Shard just paying off. He's just able to kind of bait spells and go in like there was an out. The reason Alk stunned himself was because of the reverse time warp. Lose Gardic here, maybe in the mid lane. The heals actually keep Gardic alive with the help of the Wraith Pack. Force out of kisses.
Yeah, one glob of lava lands on him. And the Faceless Void reversing. Back with his time walk, but it's still under dire vision here. Misha gets first hit bash to kisses with that cookie, but a bushwhack from Theo. It catches the two supports. They get the D-Ward and Roshan. Well, it's 40 seconds until respawn. As OG, they
on some of these key cores. Chrono from smoke.
Straight on BZM. Dead for 60 seconds. Lumière's even hunting for Misha here. They land the sharpshooter. And he jumps forward again. But he catches a bash. This should be the death of the Snapfire. And Misha, who just bought back, is now dead for 70, while Amar, he walks in with his BKB, draining a bit of damage and clicking onto that Zeus, the Force Staff and the Heavenly Jump. Gets him a bit of distance, but he's still dead. This has allowed Lumière, though, to have a free fight. As Yuragi, he's looking for the Hoodwink, but guarding. He's got that amp damage, and Yuragi being turned on now. Good placement of the Tombstone, the Wraith Pact, forcing OG back. But Hokori have also suffered casualties of their own. 3 heroes dead. Where's Lumière? Is he gonna go solo Roshan? Are you able to? Very nice micro, individually moving the little spiders as Lumière jumps up and down from the high ground spot. Gardic with a Tombstone, trying to defend it with his Soul Rip. Misha Amar focusing in. There's the Chrono. Lumière aiming straight in onto this BZM Void. He's got Neon Disc, but is it enough to save him? It looks like no. Pop down, and the Spirit's about to follow. Gets off a Cyclone as Yuragi zoned out, and the turn onto Amar. They land the bashes, and Log TPing home to escape from the static link. And Lumière, he's got the catch onto the Razor. This is what Hokori needed, but Yuragi, he's back in the fight, and Amar with his BKB, enabling the kisses to land onto the Faceless Void. He's silenced up, he's controlled and killed. I thought Hokori had this one, but OG say absolutely not.
He fully bought out for a Scotty here, so you're Void without buyback. They need the Zeus to do the damage here.
A sick cookie in, 2 supports caught by it. Yuragi's Alchemist doing so much damage, but he's taking a lot himself.
Zeus is caught too.
The spell damage coming, and you're right, the Zeus being drained of all his right click by Amar. Kills off Gardic, tries to escape here with a heavenly jump in the invis, but Analog shredded by the Razor. Meanwhile, they've caught out Vitali's Broodmother, and that is a huge win for OG.
They may just win the game off of these fights.
I mean, they've also got this Aghanim Scepter on Tiger as well. Able to turn someone into stone when they're in the Chrono, so another saving tool for OG to play around with. And Yuragi taking a lot of damage, though, getting blown up by the Zeus, and all of that spell amp does not get saved, so the Aegis is claimed, and that Lumière is in with a 2-man Chrono, aiming for BZM. The Kisses zoning out the back lines, and Misha, he's the target as they do kick away Yuragi. BZM still up and running, while Amar trying to retreat from the high ground, but he's tanky with that harder Taras. Chronoed up, catching Yuragi and Amar though, and Hokori defending their high ground. And the BKB's up for the Alchemist as Tiger rolls back in. Magnetized to zone and control up Analog. Tiger and BZM though getting shredded. The double Cyclone sent skywards, but landing down with a lightning zap. Zeus clears them up, and a triple for Lumière's Faceless Void. Chaotic team fights, swinging back and forth in this game, but Hokori defend their base.
Yeah. Do they feel like they have to stop this one? Do they feel like they have the ability to team fight into double Chronosphere as well? Gobble up, toss in the creep.
That's going to scare Hokori for a second, and Lumière realizing, there's no commitment. I'm going to go back into the Roche pit. Getting dragged by the Ether Remnant into the Kisses and the roll. They've got a bit of chain stun here onto the Faceless Void, but Lumière's able to get the Chrono off onto the 2 of them inside the pit. Grabs up the Aegis and a shard as Yuragi's chasing Analog on the right-hand side. But this Faceless Void, taunted, stunned and controlled. OG doing everything they can, but Lumière just refuses to die. First life finally claimed up as OG kill off him and the Undying. Cheese grabbed by the Earth Spirit. As Lumière inside the pit still with his BKB to go, gets another Chrono, finding Yuragi's Alchemist and whacking him down. That's him gone. A huge fight for Lumière's Void, and there seems like nothing can stop him here. Gets away from the 2 spirits. Amar though with a triple kill on the other side. Did find the Undying another time as Theo forcing himself away from the Razor, but it's still this Lumière show. Getting gobbled up and spat on, rolled upon by Tiger, BZM, and Yuragi. The control! The Abyssal Blade right at the last second. Kills off the Faceless Void, and OG with the buybacks.
Making Void's first life basically useless, but the second life of Void carrying the team fight. Amar's going for the throne here. Void has to buy back. I feel like if they want to stand a chance to defend this one.
Yeah, they've got this Aghanim Scepter Razor shredding through buildings. Tier 4's looking worse for wear. And the roll in. Good gobble up. Analog being focused. Amar has moved in aggressively, and BZM hunting for the Zeus. The buyback from the Faceless Void is here, but he's got no Chronos to play with. Has to time walk away, but they will get a Thunder God's Wrath out. Kill off Tiger and aim for Amar. The trouble being, your throne is falling. No clip available for the Dire team. Faceless Void has to fight mano a mano against the Alchemist. They've got the little piggy dead. He's gone for 2 minutes now, and Lumière, he gets a double kill and looks for BZM. All the blink away. Another Dissimilate available after this Yule Scepter. He needs to create space and survive. Lumière looking for the bashes or the bushwhack, and he finds it. The big Aghanim Scepter there, allowing the time lock to land onto BZM.
Because what OG have is triple glyph. They've already used 1, but they've got 2 more. You kill a tier 4 tower, it resets the glyph, and I think Hokori are going to be like, okay. Oh, whoa!
Lumière, he's straight onto the 2 cores, but the gobble up save. The play there, the second Chrono will come in, catches 3 of them, and Lumière's killed off the Void Spirit. No heroes for OG left now. They've all been destroyed by Lumière. The Razor, he's in a 1v5, stuck in between the Hokori heroes. Tried to static link back onto Analog, and he's incredibly tanky with his Satanic and hard, but Lumière's got the damage to bring him to his knees. Yuragi and Amar. 2 versus 4 now. And
No
Hokori.
chronos, but it's like you say, 2 versus 4 is no chronos enough to take this fight.
There's 2 tombstones still on the floor as well. And this Time Walk Aghanim Scepter with the Time Locks landing is incredibly irritating. Lumière just jumping back and forth, but he's a Blitzer bladed up. The stun from Uragi and the damage from the Razor, but look at how much Hokori can push onto Uragi's Alk. He's about to fall through his BKB and dead for 100 seconds.
It should just be GG now. Nobody to defend the base here. Except for Amaz Razor, all by his lonesome self.
Try as he might, you cannot fight against Hokori's 4 members in your base. Down goes the Razor. Tier 4's cracked open now. And GG called. Hokori tied up 1-1. It was a very close game, though.
Honestly, what a dirty game. This was so much fun to watch. OG, it felt like they were out of this game for a while at some point, and then suddenly they won an insane team fight and were, in the driver's seat for a bit.